Well, it's now time for the next big update for our home, and what I've got here is a mess. What I need to do is to clear it out, and what we're going to do is we're going to put a battery, or in fact we're going to put 20 kilowatts of battery just there. So let's get started. Well, that's done. The grey watt inverter will be going out, and a brand new system will be going in here with the 20 kilowatts. First, a little recap on our Parson solar setup. Around 4 years ago, we had installed a 7.2 kilowatt of solar and a 10 kilowatt Bluetti battery. This was in Tasmania, where the B&B, the solar and battery, did on the most part a good job. It kept our bills down to the power company. Fast forward to 2025, and we moved from Tasmania to the Darling Downs region in Queensland. A huge change in temperature, but loving the family being close to us. A few months ago, I watched a segment from a fellow YouTuber, Parson in Tasmania. After much looking around at this and other systems, we chose the Bluetti system. I did many YouTube searches for our area, and up came a company from Roma in Queensland, only 3 hours away. This was AusPac Solar. I put in a request for a quote, and within minutes Josh called. We chatted and planned what we needed. Here's the final list. We settled on 11 Neo solar panels. This will give us an extra 4.8 kilowatts, giving a total of 11 kilowatts. The Bluetti inverter package includes an EP760 inverter. With this inverter, it can output 7.6 kilowatts. We selected 4 B500 battery units. This gave us 19.8 kilowatts of total battery storage. Also included was a manual transfer switch and upgrading of our switchboard, plus labour. This came to under 30,000 Australian dollars. This we think is great value for money. I'll guide you through what has to be done, including a helping hand from Josh, who'll explain everything for us. Serial numbers on all of the solar panels.
Yeah. So on here we have we use Formbait as multiple STC aggregates. It's to claim the federal rebate. They're called STCs for up to 99 kilowatts per NMI or per site. And so this has all the details that we pre-fill. This helps us also with quality control and safety as well.
So you know that panel came to the Duncans on whatever day.
And so I have to do on here, I actually have to do check-ins, right? So I check in and it takes a photo of my face and it geotags it to the site.
Yep.
And same as the panels, they're all geotagged to the site. So I've got to scan the inverter in, then the battery serials, then I'll do my mid-installation check-in, and it won't let me do it for 56 minutes. In other words, they, so it means fraud can't happen.
Yeah,
I can't run around and like certify.
Do everything after.
Yeah, and I'm limited to 2 jobs a day. Now the inverter itself is a 7.6 kilowatt inverter. That's around 33, 34 amps.
Yep.
So we ran 2 cables, 6mm cables out for the backup and the grid side, and myself and you, Tom, we decided there that probably the best thing would be to keep the lights and the power circuits all running.
Yep.
And with air cons and the hot water and that sort of stuff that's non-essential, we weren't going to continue to run them if there was an outage.
Yep.
But I mean, as I sit here in your lounge room right now with the lights on, we're running off batteries, and we haven't had an opportunity to charge them today, but we'll obviously monitor that, do the firmware upgrades. Now more, of course. I'm just going to say at the end 300mm more.
You'll only get to 8 meters on that tape is all.
That's fine. I'm going to 7.5. Yep. Bloody perfect. Love it. Alright.
Well, I'll put the hex bit on and we can...
Well, I need more.
Yeah.
Are these good to go?
Yep, they're good to go. I got one more for you now as well. Take this.
The only thing is I might...
Sounds close.
Back in the rig there, I'm coming up.
Righto. Yeah, you're through.
It was quite a smooth transition period there for the to go from basically turning on, doing our commissioning, and then firmware upgrades, connecting to the internet. That can be a real time waster with a lot of different products.
Yep.
That was probably one of the quickest I've worked through.
Oh, okay. Excellent.
Yeah, so that was good. What are your thoughts?
Well, at the moment, I'm very happy because it's up and going. How about the sort of how many people are now using the Bluetti systems full stop?
Yeah, so this range is the EP760 has been out for quite a while, but it takes quite a while to get accredited. So the Clean Energy Council is the authorised governing body by the Clean Energy Regulator, and they're designated to actually approve all the equipment. And sometimes that can take over a year to do that.
Yep.
Yeah. So Bluetti's come on probably in the last 6 to 9 months. And look, with their modular equipment, they do a lot of sales. In particular, they're known though for their portability. We're an authorised reseller of them. We do 1 to 2 sales a day.
Oh, okay.
Of their portable equipment.
Yep.
I've got another job this week to do similar to yours with the EP760.
Yep.
But I mean, for what they are and with the residential market, they probably will do, as word goes around, they'll probably pick up a lot more. I mean, how powerful that is with the small footprint on your wall, it is actually quite impressive.
Exactly. And of course, we'll know more about it after, say, a month and seeing how how much we have to use of mains to what's coming from the
I
battery.
don't think
solar.
much at all.
No.
I think tonight will be one of the last times you use mains.
Yeah.
So drop that side down because this one's bound, isn't it? I think. Okay. Yep. Yeah, nice little system, isn't it? And then you just put your hatches over the top and perfect.
You don't see them at the end.
It's lovely.
Yeah.
Through hands. How did you find the experience with AusPac? Because I was the one that took the call.
Absolutely. Obviously, our initial discussion on what we needed, it was excellent. We within, I suppose, half an hour worked out exactly what we needed, what you could supply for us, which was exactly correct. And everything was worked out very, very quickly. And apart from Chinese New Year, which knocked everybody up. But apart from that, Andy install today was, apart from obviously a hot day, which you're going to get anyway.
No, that's
part and parcel of
February in Dalby.
We're talking Dalby and inland Queensland. It's going to be hot time anyway.
Yes, that is true.
But no, the actual going together, to me, went very, very smoothly.
Yep.
And You know, as we can see, it's all up and going and looks superb. Very, very happy with how it's looking.
Yeah, it's a sharp looking unit.
Yeah.
I mean, you'll pull in your driveway and you'll see that little bollard and the big, stack of batteries and inverter and think, wow, that powers my whole home.
Exactly.
But when you will appreciate it is when the power goes down for 24 hours.
Yeah, yeah. It's only been 1.5 days since this was installed, and we've also already exported just under 50 kilowatts of power back to the grid. Very, very happy. Well, it's been a few months since the install of our Bluetti system. What are my thoughts?
On the whole, it's been just great, with just one small caveat, but I'll get back to that in a moment. The system has worked without a hitch after the initial config error. Our power bills have gone from around $250 and 5 kilowatts of solar per month to around $50 a month. The Bluetti system, while not the cheapest way to go, has given us solid usage. Looks great with a small footprint in the garage, along with a good app that shows all that is needed. One negative, however, is the lack of MQTT output, showing the stats of the inverter. With this, it would be great to import these results into Home Assistant. On the Bluetti forum, it has been said that this is coming, but hasn't arrived as yet. The extra solar panels have been just great. On a late summer day, I got around 11 kilowatts per hour. In April, we imported 23 kilowatts and exported 393 kilowatt hours. In May, with the days getting shorter and more clouds around, we imported 1.5 kilowatts and exported 130 kilowatts in just 11 days. The elephant in the room is hot water. There was a misunderstanding, or maybe my old brain didn't hear that the hot water supply is fed from the mains and not through the inverter. It would have been so much better if all the power usage was coming from the inverter. I think the best case would be the hot water fed from the inverter with a switch that could be controlled from Home Assistant so that water is heated during the day when the solar panels are pumping out excess power. This is the best case scenario, but at the moment we cannot afford to do this. I'm sorry for the delay on finishing this little story, but it's been a busy few months. I've just gone through a radiation therapy for prostate cancer, but at the moment all is fine. I'm in remission and hope things are going to keep going as well as they are. But the Bluetti system has just been working superbly, and been midwinter now. It's things are going very well indeed. Certainly our bills are way down, and even with the aircon running a lot of the time, we're still very, very happy. So am I happy? You betcha. And I'll see you very soon.